Welcome back to Car Vix. It's always good to have you here. If you're the kind of person who loves adventure, today's car might just catch your attention. This is the 2026 Suzuki Jimny 4x4, a small SUV with a big reputation, and for 2026, it's back with updates that make it even more tempting for off-road lovers and city drivers alike. Before we continue, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us keep bringing you fresh reviews every week. Now let's dive in. The Jimny has always been one of those cars that stands out, not because it's flashy or oversized, but because it's compact, tough, and fun. Think of it as that one friend who's not the biggest in the group, but always ready to jump in and take on any challenge. For 2026, Suzuki has kept that same playful character, but added a bit more refinement to make it easier to live with every day. When you first look at it, the design hasn't gone wild. It still has that boxy retro shape that people either instantly love or slowly grow to appreciate. And honestly, that's part of its charm. Those flat sides, round headlights, and upright stance look simple, but they scream personality. It's the kind of car that gets noticed without trying too hard. Suzuki also added a few modern touches, like sharper LED lights and cleaner details around the grille, which give it a slightly fresher vibe without losing the old-school feel. Inside, things feel a lot more comfortable compared to older versions. It's still basic in the best way. Everything you need is right there, easy to use, and not overloaded with buttons. The cabin now has more soft touch materials, a larger infotainment screen, and Apple CarPlay and Android Auto built in, which means staying connected is simple. It's still not a luxury SUV, but it's way more user-friendly than before. Fuel efficiency is another area Suzuki has worked on. The Jimny isn't built to win eco awards, but the 2026 model does a bit better thanks to some engine tweaks. You'll see numbers around 32 miles per gallon combined, which is pretty solid for a true 4x4. It's enough to make road trips less painful at the pump, while still giving you the freedom to go off the beaten path when you want. Performance is where the Jimny really shines. It's not fast and it's not trying to be. But with its 1.5-liter engine and proper 4x4 system, it's all about confidence. The short wheelbase, lightweight, and strong traction make it a natural when the pavement ends. Mud, rocks, snow, it doesn't really matter. The Jimny eats it all up with that playful go-anywhere energy. And the cool part is, it's just as easy to handle in tight city streets as it is on trails. It's like a Swiss Army knife on wheels, compact, handy, and surprisingly capable. Technology has also stepped up in 2026. The infotainment screen now feels more modern, the sound system is better, and there are more driver assist features packed in. You get lane departure warning, adaptive cruise control, and even a 360-degree camera, which is super helpful when you're squeezing into parking spots or checking your surroundings off-road. It's nice to see Suzuki keeping the Jimny fun while still bringing it up to date with the kind of tech buyers expect today. On the safety side, you've got multiple airbags, improved crash structure, and those driver assist tools I just mentioned. It's built tough and feels sturdy for its size, which adds peace of mind whether you're in the city or climbing a dirt trail. And then we come to the price. The Jimny has always been about affordability, and Suzuki seems to know that's part of its magic. The 2026 model is expected to start around $25,000, depending on the market. For a real 4x4 with this much personality, that's pretty hard to beat. In fact, it's one of the reasons the Jimny continues to have such a loyal following worldwide. So, what's the takeaway here? The 2026 Suzuki Jimny 4x4 is still that little giant killer. It's not the biggest, the fastest, or the fanciest SUV out there. But it's full of character, it's reliable, and it makes driving feel fun again. Whether you're someone who wants a practical, city-friendly car that can still handle weekend adventures, or you're just looking for something different from the sea of crossovers on the road, the Jimny checks a lot of boxes. At the end of the day, cars like this remind us that driving doesn't always have to be about speed or luxury. Sometimes it's about enjoying the journey, having confidence in your ride, and feeling like your car actually matches your lifestyle. And the Jimny? It does all of that in a small, boxy, and lovable package. Thanks for hanging out with us today on Car Vix. Let me know in the comments. Would you pick the 2026 Suzuki Jimny 4x4 as your daily driver, or would you keep it just for adventures? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, drive safe, and I'll see you in the next one.